President Kaunda, please come forward.
Kenneth Kaunda, revered by many South Africans, a friend to the former South African President, Nelson Mandela. It is for that reason that the country has declared 10 days of mourning.
In remembrance of this great leader who made such a contribution to our freedom, we've decided to declare a period of mourning for 10 days in his memory, and that for the 10-day period, our national flag will fly at half-mast.
The country's former president, who spent time in exile in Zambia, working with former ANC President O.R. Tambo, also a close friend of Kaunda, says he contributed towards the liberation of the nation.
President Kaunda, we count him as one of the architects of a democratic South Africa.
Former President Jacob Zuma, who also knew Kaunda very well, has shared his loss.
An outstanding leader, very humble, a Christian, but who fought against oppression and colonization and played a major role in helping many of us to be free.
Former president of the IFP, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi, who knew Kaunda for many years, also lauded his contribution to South Africa's liberation struggle. Buthelezi says it was Kaunda who planted the seed of forming the IFP in him in the mid-70s after many activists had been forced to flee into exile.
During that visit to him in 1974, he advised me to found a membership-based organization in order to reignite political mobilization in South Africa soil. When I returned to South Africa, I then sought the advice of my own leader, who was Mr. Oliver Tambo, who readily agreed. Thus I founded Inkatha Nkululeko Yesizwe, the National Cultural Liberation Movement, in 1975.
The SACP has also described the late statesman as exemplary to leaders as well as ordinary people.
He played a very prominent role and also looked after our top leaders, including President Oliver Tambo, to make sure that his issues were attended to urgently all the time. But he was a bedrock for the rest of the liberation forces.
Another party for whom KK's legacy resonates is the Economic Freedom Fighters. The party has lauded his role in educating his people.
He played a very important role in terms of educating his nation because he understood that in the world that he was leading, he needed as many people as possible who have got certified education to understand the dynamics of the world or to understand how to develop their own communities.
The Congress of the People has also expressed its sadness at Kaunda's passing, describing him as a giant, a commander and a freedom fighter. Natasha, Phiri, SABC News, Johannesburg.